Hello guys, what's up? It's Mr. Snow here, back with another video. Um, yeah, today, or well, yesterday, the Copper Age dropped. So, I'm just going to be talking about that and what I think about it. So, probably one of the main things it added is copper gear and copper armor. So let's let's see what's the dealio with it. Um I, it looks alright. Maybe I could have used a better armor trim or better color, but visually it's fine. Protection wise, I would never use it, but that's just because I have netherite armor that I could use. Durability is not as good as iron, I think, but it is better than leather. But of course, leather armor is the absolute worst because no one uses it. Also, I'm pretty sure it's just easier to go down and get iron than it is to kill enough cows to get the leather. So, why does it exist at all? And why is it so bad? Who knows? But copper is super plentiful, so they wanted to add another use, which is armor. And copper golems. Now, these little guys, I've been letting run around until they turn into statues. And, well, I saw these two up here sitting on these full blocks and realized they could probably only turn it into statues once they're on full blocks and not just carpet. So I broke all the carpet, and then they all pretty much turn into statues pretty quick. So let's collect these guys. That's weird. I think in Java Edition, the position they were in when you mine them doesn't matter. But in Bedrock, I suppose you can see them in what position they died in, I suppose, which is interesting. So what do I think about the copper golems? I am not a fan. I think they're kind of useless. That's why I gave them a useless job to do up here. They'd take the crap from here and put it up in there, and then it'd go back down. It was pretty funny to watch them do that repeatedly. Maybe I'm looking for beeswax. I guess I'll have to wait for the bees to make more wax. Anyways, I think the copper golems just are pretty lazy. I mean, they're actually pretty hardworking, but you're lazy if you use a copper golem because they're for sorting like chests. Well, they take stuff from a copper chest and sort it into uncopper chests, normal chests. but this is pretty lazy, in my opinion at least. Because you could already do that with item sorter. And I think that it's just like reduces the amount of actual playing the game that you do. Like for instance, here's my item sorter. And like even if you just copy this from a YouTube tutorial, it's gonna teach you about the mechanics of like redstone and hoppers and chests. So like choosing not to and just have a copper golem do it all for you is really kinda lazy. So I'm probably not going to be using copper golems. There might be some unique use cases where it's actually better than what? Where did my axe go? What? Where did my axe go? Okay. Well, I'm a little stupid. But yeah, you can scrape off the oxidization of these guys and wax them so they never turn into statues. So I'm going to do that. There we go. Now this guy I can collect him, and he is now a waxed copper golem statue. And this guy I think I'll keep as green. And you could position them around, so that's interesting. I think they might be good for decoration, but I really don't like their use case because it's just like the game does it for you type of sorting system, which I think cheapens the experience of Minecraft. I guess I could demonstrate them coming back to life. You scrape them all the way till they're clean, and then whack them again with it. And then you could wax them, and then they'll never die until I kill them, which I probably won't, but it's funny that you can. So yeah, that's basically the state of the new update. It is... What is wrong with this door? So those are the things that they added in the update. they changed certain things like lightning rods can now oxidize. I don't really care about that. But armor doesn't oxidize, I don't think. But lightning rods didn't used to oxidize. So in a future update, are we gonna get oxidized copper armor? Who knows? It wouldn't really make sense, but it's possible. So I'm just gonna put my good armor back on. And put that copper armor back on the statue. Yeah, I don't know. There's not really much more I want to say about the copper golem. Although I will say, it's a lot better than the original idea for the copper golem, which is that he would randomly press copper buttons. Which doesn't make any sense and would have zero purpose. So I guess you could look on the bright side when it comes to that. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!